Business on Purpose podcast.
Greatness is made in empty stadiums and revealed in full arenas. Hey, it's Scott Beebe with the Business on Purpose podcast. Time to be liberated from the chaos of working in your business. I'm just leaving a breakfast that I have most Friday mornings, not every throughout the year, but probably about 30 or 35 Friday mornings throughout the year with, at this point, a group of 10th grade young men. And we've been having this breakfast for about, this is our second school year having this breakfast. And essentially, we sit down for about 50 minutes in the morning at a local fast food joint. We eat a relatively unhealthy biscuit breakfast. And what we're talking about are life principles, typically from other coaches, from other insights, and then we merge that into what God's Word says about leadership and athleticism and effort and character and all of those other things. And so we just had this conversation, and one of the coaches that I sometimes bring in via video made this statement. And I actually Googled it, and I found it, I don't know who it's attributed to, but I did see that one NFL player tweeted it a couple of years ago. Greatness is made in empty stadiums and revealed in full arenas. And as I was talking to these students, we actually started to calculate the amount of time that they spend in practice. We had a couple of football players, and at the stage that we're in right now, at the time of this recording, their team is 9-0. They are headed tonight to try and make it a perfect regular season. Side note, they're a 3-year-old school. They've never won more than 2 games. And this year they're about to go 10-0 and not only be number 1 in their region, but there is a high likelihood that after tonight, if they beat this team, that they'll be number 1 in a region they're not even in, because they will have played and beat every team in that higher tiered region. And what we found was they spent about 26 hours or so playing football. If you take about 2.5 hours a game times the 9 games that they've had so far, it's somewhere around that, so the 10 games, 9-10 games, and you get about 25-ish hours that they've actually played in a full arena. Well, then we went back and did the calculation. They've spent approximately 220 hours in empty stadiums. So they have practiced 10 times the amount that they've actually played. We've also got another student athlete who's in cross country, so we did the numbers for them. On average, they'll run about 45 miles a week in practice. And then on the weekend for the race, they'll run 3.1. So when you added it up over the time that they had spent, they're actually spending about 15 times the amount of time in empty stadiums that they are in a full arena. We do it in sports. Why in the heck don't we do it in business? I'm on my way right now back to my home office. Periodically on a Friday, I make time to do nothing but work on the business. It's going to be an empty stadium. You're not going to be there. Clients aren't going to be there. Nobody's going to be there. An empty stadium. And I'm truly convinced that's where the greatness, the way that we serve and live out our mission of business on purpose will be made, is in that empty stadium. It's in what I can get done today. So I wanted to share this with you, not only because I just came out of this meeting with these really emerging, heroic young men, but also because I'm about to go into an empty stadium. You're not going to know where I'm at, where I am, or what I'm doing, but I'm going to go into an empty stadium and I'm going to grind. And I'm going to go work on the business so that we can do a better job of trying to liberate you from the chaos of working in your business. And the reason I'm doing this podcast, this episode, is because I want you to find an empty stadium. Make the time. Don't find it. You're not going to find it. Make the time to go into the empty stadium, to run the stairs, to run the gassers, to run the back and forth. You're going to feel a refreshment. You're going to feel a revealing that you would not otherwise feel in the monotony of the full arenas. Yeah, full arenas are exciting, but the buzz of that wears off. And at the end of the day, what you want to be able to do is get back to the grind. Because that is where true joy comes in the merging of the empty stadium and the full arena. They're not meant to be exclusive. They're not meant to be separate. They're meant to join together to bring a fullness of the work that we do. So what's your mission? I hope you have it articulated out. If you don't have that or don't have your vision, you can start at mybusinessonpurpose.com/vision. That's our gift to you. But it's time to grind. Find an empty stadium and get after it. And may you be liberated from the chaos of working in your business. I'm really humbled and thankful that you would take time to invest in this podcast. We'll see you next time right here on the Business on Purpose podcast.